keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then
Just come outside.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Up next, it's our main event between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Red on red. Hey, tomato. Easy. Here we go.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game.
It's a loss of 2.
On second down, it's Etienne. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. He goes to the hurry up here.
First and 10.
On play action now, Lawrence. This one's caught. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Little tacks on the extra points. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
The Giants take over. For first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
offense, emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10.
Hey, zero.
Wilson airing it out to start. The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20.
Defense shows blitz. Wilson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Caleb Ramsall. And the Jaguars take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going. That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
23.
First carry now, this is Bashal to This will get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
An option give here to Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts from the goal line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. This one falls incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So that brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Hey, guys, listen.
Throwing again is Russ. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
14.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. The passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. But finally, as you said, their first completion. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pass is cooking again. Caught by Theo Johnson. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Sticking in the air with Wilson. Finding Johnson once more. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
4 yards.
Hey, zero.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Once more, it's Wilson. Short pass brought in. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Friday. 14, Friday.
Wilson to throw again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
There.
Air it out on 3rd. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? And we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. No good. The pass goes incomplete.
Get your garbage ass off the stage, bitch.
Nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. The Giants using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. Quick throw right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Offense in a hurry up here. Here's Etienne on first down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Hits him on the out route. Running down the left side. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 20-zip lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown.
We